to deal with North Korea, but is shooting down a missile really one of them? National security correspondent Jennifer Griffin is at the Pentagon tonight with a look at that. Good evening, Jennifer.
Good evening, Brett. It's like shooting a bullet with another bullet, but many question if they can.
We haven't shot them down because we can't shoot them down. Especially the missiles that are going over Japan are just too high for our interceptors, and they would have to be aimed pretty much directly at the defensive systems in order for us to have a chance of engaging them.
North Korea fired a missile last week that flew 480 miles above Japan, but the Aegis missile interceptors that protect Japan do not reach that high. If the North Korean missile were heading directly toward Japan, that system may have worked in the terminal phase, but the U.S. could not have shot the missile down mid-flight. Last week's missile flew over Japan in 8 minutes. The Air Force general who oversees America's nukes says it's really a policy decision.
There are technologies out there today that we could deploy to get after the boost phase. And I tell you, there's nothing to do my heart any more good than to actually drop a missile back on the person that launched it at the United States.
Well, our ships would have to be almost up to the North Korean coast, maybe even in North Korean waters, to be able to take a shot at getting them in the boost phase.
This is a game of minutes, really. The detection, the initial detection of a launch would be really in terms of seconds. Keeping in mind, of course, that the entire flight time from North Korea to the United States is well under an hour.
The THAAD missile defense system that protects South Korea may give Seoul a false sense of comfort. It can't protect all 25 million people living in the capital. Its 48 interceptors are designed to buy time for a military response to an attack, but could be easily overwhelmed by hundreds of North Korean missiles. After President Trump's speech at the UN yesterday, the Pentagon expects more tests from North Korea. But right now, senior leaders here tell me there are few good options to stop them, Brett.
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. Double honor to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim out there pushing this truth of sincerity throughout the four corners of the earth. I'm Brother Samak from the GMS Miami camp, and in this video that you have watched, it pretty much, lays down that America's defense missile system cannot stop a North Korean missile, all right? In a nutshell. All that, these big words like deterrent, we'll shoot down using THAAD, Salakia, all right? It's all fluff, all right? And this is Fox News. That's why the reason why I'm making this video, because this is Fox News. This is America, Salakia. This is so-called white man's America news media. And even the so-called white man's America's news media is saying, yeah, we can't stop a North Korean missile launch, okay, even if we wanted to. All right, we don't have the technology for it. The missile is too high, and and that was an expert in weapons personnel who stated that. But let me get to the first scripture. And then we're going to go into we're going to go into an article. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. Right. Fox News just reported that America's weak. Its missile system is weak. All right. It cannot shoot down a North Korean, ICBM. All right. They're talking about literal minutes. And we seen what happened at 9/11. If you believe the narrative, they couldn't even stop broke-ass sand Arabs with box cutters, to take down the who took down the Twin Towers. They couldn't stop then. So what makes you think you could stop North Korea's intercontinental ballistic missile? All right, that's how you know, man. All right, the propaganda of America is falling apart. Even Fox News has to report some truth because this is out of the Bible. All right. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, verse 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Right, man. Everybody's looking at America and they're like, yo, man, America, you're weak. You ain't irrelevant. You got a poor country who you say has been oppressing their people, shooting intercontinental ballistic missiles into the sky over Japan, and you can't even stop them. They shot more intercontinental ballistic missile testings in this year than has ever been seen, man. And that's North Korea. All right? So now let's get to the news article from Fox News. This is the same article that was portrayed on the video, but this is written out, okay? This is from Fox News, all right? White America's, so-called white America's, okay, media conglomerate. The most watched news media in the country. And look what they said. Can U.S. military shoot down a North Korean missile? Question. All right. This was 2 days ago. This is being questioned. All right. They're asking questions. This goes to show you, America, you're weak. You're finished, man. All right. And goes on and says, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un has already conducted 15 missile tests this year, the latest on Friday, without a single attempt by the United States to shoot down one of the strongman's rockets. Right? The United States government has not even tried to shoot down one missile. What does that tell you, man? America's weak. They're irrelevant. You're useless. Your power, okay, is diminishing every day. And that's through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Because America, you're going down, all right? And some experts say because the American military isn't capable of doing so. Ooh, that's on Fox News. This is on Fox News, all right? Salakia, all right? Let me get in the spirit, but this is funny, man, all right? You so-called white people are fucking done, man. All right? Get used to it. All right? Get used to seeing your country crumble before your eyes. All right? When North Korea launched its KN-17 intermediate range ballistic missile Friday, the rocket flew 480 miles over the Japanese island of Hokkaido. However the fuck you say this piece of shit city. Because this city's going to get blown up too by the Lord, all right? He's going to make sure that China or North Korea blows this fucking city out the water, all right? But anyway, making it unreachable by the Japanese or U.S. interceptors. Notice it says making it unreachable by Japanese or U.S. interceptors. A Defense One report stated U.S. missile defense. All right, Defense One reported stated U.S. Missile defense. The Aegis ballistic missile defense system and terminal high altitude area defense system, which is known as THAAD, can't reach a missile launch at that height without preparation. Notice it says without preparation. So you're not prepared now, and Kim Jong-un's been shooting 15 missiles this year alone. Yeah, you can't stop it, America. You don't have enough time to stop it. So you're fucking going down. Let's get a scripture out. Because it's beautiful. Joel chapter 3, starting at 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Right, you heathens, man. All right, all you heathens, man. You so-called white people, which are the Edomites. You so-called Chinese people, which are the Moabites. You so-called Japanese people, which are the which are the Ammonites. You so-called Arab people, which are the Ishmaelites. All right. So-called Indian people, which are the Elamites. All right. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Right. You. And you 2/3. You so-called black, Spanish, and Native Americans that don't want to get with this truth. All right. Because you're a Gentile too, man. A Gentile state of mind. You don't even want to come back to the Lord, man. You want to stay being American. Well, this is what's going to come for you. Prepare for war. That's right. Prepare for war, man. Prepare for fucking nukes. Prepare for tanks. Prepare for helicopters. Prepare for submarines. All right? Wake up the mighty men. Right. Wake up all the militaries of the globe. Every nation that has a military. Wake up. It's time to go to war. Let all the men of war draw near. Right. How are they drawing near? Test your intercontinental ballistic missiles. Test your submarines, okay? Capability of launching an intercontinental ballistic missile. Test your airplanes, your warplanes, to be able to drop a nuclear bomb, like a hydrogen bomb that Kim Jong says that he can do. All right? Draw near, man. Let them come up. Right? Where are they drawing near to? What are they coming up to? All right? They're coming up to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, man. The time of Armageddon. The mountain of troops. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Right. Because now your swords are your bombs. Your spears are your rifles. All right. Your M4s, your Kalashnikovs, which is known as AK-47. Let the weak, this is the point. Let the weak say I am strong. Right. Kim Jong-un is saying he's strong. All right. You see that? He's saying he's strong. Let's get a nice visual. Hey, look at that. Look at that ballistic missile. Huh? Yeah, there we go. He's saying he is strong now. All right. And you Americans are coming out saying you can't stop it. Let's continue on. Let the weak say I am strong. All right. Let's go to another article. Russia. Mother Russia. All right. Magog and Gog. This came out 7 hours ago because what does the article say? Russia just successfully tested one of its newest intercontinental ballistic missiles. Here's what can it do. Business Insider, military defense. So Russia just shot off their intercontinental ballistic missile too as a test. So you have all these nations gearing up for what? The final combat. World War III. Armageddon. Which means what? Mountain of troops. Because they're going to go to war. All right? Draw near. Okay? Get ready. Get ready for war. Let's read this article. The Russian Ministry of Defense announced on Wednesday that it has successfully tested one of its newest intercontinental ballistic missiles. The Solid Fuel RS-24 YAWS intercontinental ballistic missile equipped with nuclear warhead was fired from Plesetsk and reached a Kura range site in Kamchatka, Korea. The Ministry of Defense said, quote, all task has been fully accomplished, end quote, the Ministry of Defense said. The distance between the Plesetsk Cosmodrome and the Kura test range in Kamchatka, Korea is more than 5,000 miles. So they can easily hit America. And that's one of their, okay, mid-range intercontinental ballistic missiles, because they have also known as a Satan too, and it can go 7,000 miles. All right. Russia is more powerful than North Korea. Once again, you Americans, what makes you think you can stop an intercontinental ballistic missile? All right. I'm gonna get to that point. I know why, because you got too much pride. But we're gonna get to that. The launch was done in conjunction with the Zappa 2017 war game exercise, which Russia completed Wednesday according to the national interest. This is the key point right here. Russia also test-fired a silo-based YARS intercontinental ballistic missiles with an experimental warhead on September 12th. According to TASS, while Wednesday's launch was from a mobile unit. So you have Russia experimenting with warheads out of a silo. You're having Russia testing their new YARS out of a mobile unit, meaning it's on 4 wheels, and it can reach 5,000 miles. And you Americans are complaining that you can't even stop a North Korean nuke? You Americans are not going to make it in the Third World War. You are weak. You're irrelevant. You're going to fucking die. Facts. Let's continue on. Last one. And this is why North Korea is going to fuck you people up, man. In South Korea and Japan, if you keep riding with America, man. North Korea says sanctions threaten survival of its children. Right. Because every time you sanction a country, you don't hurt Kim Jong-un. You don't hurt his military generals or his top politicians or his think tanks. You hurt the little people at the bottom. Now, the little people at the bottom, they have children. And they love Kim Jong-un. They see him as a king. Why is that? Because they were able to stop you Americans from invading them during the Korean War, which was in the 1950s. And not only that, okay, they have seen what you Americans have been doing over the last 60 years. You've become a tyrant. You have been engaged in warfare throughout the world. All right? So the North Koreans see that America, you are the problem. They don't need a propaganda media like you say Kim Jong-un is pushing out. All they have to do is look at history and see that America has been causing the problem on the planet. Okay? Since its inception. All right? History does not lie. So now let's get to a scripture. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus saith the Lord, power concerning Edom. Right? You so-called white people. But we're going to mainly start with you so-called white people in America. Because Russia, yeah, they're the Edomites. But they're against you, man. Because, where's that scripture at? Revelation 6. Let me get that. The Spirit jumped onto me. All right? Bear me one moment. Revelation 6. Oh, by the way, if this is too long, okay, you can fucking delete. You can exit out. You can stop this play. Because guess what? Only the elect are going to receive it. The rest of you, you're going to die in thermonuclear fire. All right? Because you're a piece of shit. And the God of Israel hates you. Revelation 6:4. And there, well, let me start Revelation 6:3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, come and see. Okay, yeah, man. All the seals that are being opened up right now, man. Okay? Because it's time for prophecy, man. It's time for, okay, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai to reveal his word. Okay? Because his words will not go void. All right? Revelation chapter 6 verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. And that's red. That's you so-called white people, man. All right? Yah took peace from the earth, man. Yah have been fighting and fighting since you got in power, man. Because there's always been war on the earth since you so-called white people have gotten in power. Okay? And it's just quadruple. There's multiple conflicts throughout the world. Google it. How many conflicts are in the global, okay? Are in the world, are in the earth. Okay? And that they should kill one another, right? And that's the point where I'm getting at with the so-called Russians and the so-called Americans, man. You're Edomites, man, and you're killing one another, man. All right? So you're going to go to war with each other. And there was given unto him a great sword, right, man? And what's that great sword that you have? Intercontinental ballistic missiles. All right? Let's continue on. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, an ambassador sent among the heathen. Arise ye and let us rise up against her in battle. Right, man. Y'all get ready for war. It's time. World War III. Verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. Right. Thou art greatly despised, you so-called white people, because everybody on the globe is seeing you so-called white people as the problem. And you're small among the heathen. Why? Because you're the only one lacking melanin. You're the only one that actually stands out. you have leprosy, man. That was one of your indicators of being Edom. You are the only race walking around with leprosy. All right? Notice, if you put a so-called black man or Hispanic man or Native American man, okay, into the sun, they get dark. Or they have different shades of brown. But you so-called white people, what do you look like? Red demons. Your flesh, your blood shows through your skin. All right, through your flesh. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. I'm going to read that one more time. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee. One more time. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. You are some prideful Edomites, you so-called white people. All right? You honestly think you can take on Russia with your technology when Fox News reported that you can't even, stop a North Korean intercontinental ballistic missile? Yeah. Your pride has deceived you, and that's how you will fall. Though that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks, whose habitation is high. Right, you so-called white people love, the heights of the world, man. That's why you build these buildings so high. That's why you have the International Space Station. All right, you like shooting rockets into the sky. You like flying in the sky, right? You love the heights. And what does it say after that? That saith in his heart, who shall bring me down? Right? Now I'm relating back to America. Who shall bring me down? According to Fox News, North Korea can bring you down. According to Russia's technology and their missile, they damn sure can bring you down. And according to the scriptures, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, all right? What does he say in Obadiah chapter 1 verse 4? Though thou exalt thyself as an eagle, as the eagle, that's how you know. Let's start off with America, the American eagle, right? You represent yourself as the eagle. All you European nations, right? All you so-called white people, all your civilizations that were ever concocted always had an eagle to represent your nation. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, right? International Space Station, trying to fly, beyond the boundaries the Lord has set. All right, that's why we know here at Great Millstone you never landed on the moon. But watch what he said. And though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down. Right, once you started shooting your missiles into space, building international space stations, that's when the Lord started bringing your kingdom down, your rulership down, your empire down, your civilization down. Whatever term you want to use, that's when he started bringing it down. And look now, man, America's weak. That a little nation like North Korea, can take you out with their intercontinental ballistic missiles, man. Last scripture, and then I'm going to close out. Proverbs 16:18. Pride goeth before destruction. And that's your so-called white people, all right? You have so much pride in you. American pride. Oh, we can't be defeated. Our missiles are fully capable of shooting down North Korean missiles. Our missiles are fully capable of shooting down Russian missiles. Pride goeth before destruction, right? And that's what it is, man. Yahweh Shem Yahushai made sure that you kept your pride all the way up to this day. And you got this devil Donald Trump really keeping your pride going. And it's beautiful, man. Because the Lord's going to destroy you in these last days. Because Donald Trump can't save you. The United States military can't save you. In fact, by Fox News reporting this, all right, a lot of conservative Republicans that watch this are looking at and that are in the military are like, what the hell? We can't even stop North Korea? Why are we even engaging in all these wars then if we can't even stop little North Korea? So now this is putting fear in their hearts, and guess what? They will reject the military, and you're going to see a lot of people not wanting to join the military. And then when you put in that draft, what does that do? What does a draft do? A draft is all for grounds of rebellion, AWOL, and people not giving a fuck, all right? Because belief in a country makes a military move strong. But if the military can't believe in their country, in the technology of the country, then the people will rebel and the people will not want to fight. And a haughty spirit before a fall, right? And you so-called white people, you have a haughty spirit, and that's why you're going to fall. All right? So, Lord willing, this was edifying, only for the elect. Salakia was a little bit dramatic, a little bit. You know, I put a little bit of Jake flavor in there. But it's just, you know, I had to do it because really it's for you so-called white people, man. Because really the only ones that are actually wondering what's going on is the elect and you fucking heathens, maybe the so-called white man, all right? So by me taunting you and by me, okay, mocking you, I think I'm doing myself justice by saying you're fucking done. And you so-called white people, man, live it up. You ain't got much time, all right? Donald Trump will start this World War III, and that will be your demise. You're going to fucking die here. Get used to it, all right? And with that, I want to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, who've been teaching his word beyond 30 years, okay? The water. And salutation to the Akim out there, pushing this truth and sincerity, risking their lives, risking their freedom, okay? To bring out the truth of the gospel, the real truth, through the spirit power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And shalom to all you sisters out there, the few that are watching. Keep the faith, endure, follow all statutes and commandments to the best of your ability. And with that, I want to give all praises once again, all praises once again, all praises once again to the Father who's Yahweh and to his Son Yahweh Shai. And you know our slogan, death to America. Shalom.